Hello everyone, welcome to DTBTV. So I'm here to answer any questions that you might want to do, you might want to ask me, sorry. I'm going to be here for the next, 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on how many questions I get. So we'll go through them, we'll just wait for a few of you to join first. I hope you're all well, hope you're all doing good and looking forward to Sunday. And just fire away with questions as soon as you start joining, so I'll just wait for you to all filter through. So we'll just wait 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, you know what I mean, a couple of minutes. But I hope you're enjoying the videos that I'm doing at the moment. I hope you're enjoying more or less everything. Let me just sort my lighting out. Everything I'm trying to do to make the channel a lot better. Yeah, it is what it is, and I'm just trying my best to make it better. So I can't wait for Sunday and my first watch along with Craig. I think that will help push us even further in terms of hitting our hours and views on YouTube. So yeah, get subscribing to the channel, free. I'll just put the link for it quite quickly, just bear with me. Just doing it on my telly above me. Evening Neil, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine Tracy, thanks for asking. I'm just going to do a Q&A and just see if any fans want to ask me any questions, and just literally wait for them to filter through. So yeah, ask me what you like, anyone, and get subscribing to the channel DTBTV. It's free, and if you from now on, all my videos apart from Q&As, because I've got to engage with fans, all go on YouTube. So it'd be great if you could subscribe, and then if you subscribe, then you'll be notified every time I'm live. This Sunday we're doing another week 20 video for the Anfield Road development, which would be great. And obviously every time we're live now for coach welcomings, for matches, everything, you will be able to see footage immediately on YouTube. So yeah, so I can't wait for this channel to really start going now. So if there's any questions anyone wants to ask me, great. It's just going through now. Ross Michael Bellamy, how you doing, mate? Hope to see you soon, mate, when get the chance to get up there. You're doing brilliant though, mate. Cheers, Ross. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I've learned quite a lot over the last few days and weeks, and now thanks to help from a really great Red, I've launched this Manny Cam now, which can bring me everything to make it look really professional, and that's what I'm really pleased about. And it means we can deliver a better service now and a more professional service. And I'm going to try, I know it's difficult for me, I'm going to try to calm down a little bit, because I know sometimes I can come across as rah, but that's just the Scottish in me. That's just my dad inside me, my family, the way we've always been as McMillans. But it doesn't mean I'm against any other plan or idea. There's lads that I've still argued with about FSG in and FSG out that are still on the group. So all this nonsense about I don't let opinions come on here is an absolute load of shit. The only people I get rid of off this group are ones that are here to cause trouble, or ones that get personal. I never ever call anyone any names. I never be personal. So the minute you do that, you just go, because I ain't got time for the bullshit. Same as you ain't either if you're getting it. Yes, I'm really looking forward to Cardiff on Sunday. I put my team lineup up this morning on my videos. If you go on today's videos on DTBTV, then you'll see I did a Bitter Blue Everton video, which is what happened in the bookies earlier, which was hilarious. Get on that. And I also did a Cardiff preview, and with that I did my lineup, which was Alisson, Becker in goal, right back Trent, Canate and Van Dijk centre back, Costas left back, Morton, Henderson and Milner in the three. And I only picked them three based on I think they need minutes. And up front I went for Oxlade-Chamberlain, Firmino and Jota. So let me know your thoughts on that. Anyway, this is fans' questions and I want to get into it. So cheers Ross for that comment. Mickey Stevens, well done, looks more classy. Cheers Mickey, mate, I really appreciate that. Do I have DTTV banners, Lorraine? How you doing? Is it buffering? It seems to be fine here. I don't know if it's buffering with you still. Hopefully it's sorted itself out now, Trace. Hope to see you soon, mate. I've read that one. Yeah, it keeps buffering. Not sure why. I've just done that. Yeah. Do I have DTBTV banners? No, I don't. I've got this flag behind me, Lorraine. But that's it, really. Mickey Stevens, do you think Thursday will come too soon for Mo and Sadio? 100%. 100%, mate. I said this like yesterday. There's no way Mo can play when he gets back. He's going to need a week's holiday, a week's break, because it's not just the fact that they've gone so deep into the tournament. They basically have gone to extra time like 2 or 3 times, and it's just, I mean, the heat over there, the intensity of the games, the psychological pressure of Salah is like Ronaldo for Portugal. He is their only hope. So same as Mane for Senegal. So I just think they'll be not just tired physically, but I think they'll be absolutely mentally tired as well. And I think, and let's not forget, we've got Jota, Firmino, Origi. We're all right. We've done all right in January. I'm sure we can cope with another week. Have them on the bench if necessary, and if we need to bring them on, then yeah, that's a total different question. Next one. Given Fulham still owe Liverpool money for previous transfers, are we likely to still be in for Carvalho? And with 3 transfers this summer, should we try and land one? I said this earlier. Basically, we might still be owed money with Harry Wilson, but to be honest with you, if that's been set up in instalments, which I think it was, like 4 million a season or whatever it was, a bit like we did with Thiago. We did Thiago for 25 million, and he got a 5-year contract, I think, or 4-year contract, whatever it was. And I think it's 5 million up front and then 5 million per season. Now, if Fulham are quite prepared to just wait every year because it's in the contract, then Fulham can just ask for the money now. But how much are Fulham asking for? I've been told 8 million. Not a problem. 8 million in this day and age is a snip. And I said this about Michael Elise. I genuinely believe that FSG, who normally don't miss a trick, missed one with him, because he is absolutely unbelievable. It might have had something to do with Reading and Palace not being too far from each other, but you've seen when he played against us that Michael Elise, only 19 years old, is a player and a half, and I actually think that we might buy him from Palace in maybe a year or two, because I rate him that highly. And like I was saying yesterday about starting my own coaching badges, I've always had a good eye for a player. I mean, I really have. I mean, I know straight away somebody that's going to be good enough at Liverpool and who isn't, and you can just tell. I mean, the only player I was ever doubted was Costas, but that was only because he wasn't playing. He was just laughing and joking in training, but he absolutely is phenomenal. So, yeah, so basically that's that one. Let's just see any more questions coming through. So I hope that answers that all right for you, John. Cheers. Jordan Craggs, will summer transfers as big as it's rumoured to be? Will summer transfers be as big as it's rumoured to be? I actually think, now I don't know whether you agree with this, Jordan, but I actually think that we've pulled the Luis Diaz transfer forward, right? So in a way we've spent 50 million in the summer already, because that was a summer window transfer. So you're probably looking now at 30, 40, 50, because there's no way we're going to spend any more than 100 million, because that's just not what we do. 50 million left in the kitty. If it was me, this is my personal point of view, I would spend the remaining budget on Jude Bellingham, and that would be it. And then what I would do is I'd bring in Paulo Dybala on a free, because if you look at it like this, you're going to get, I think Bobby Firmino is going to go in the summer to Barca. I really do. I just think that FSG will have a strategy now of phasing out Firmino first, then Sadio, and then Salah in 3-4 years time. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because I know fans don't like to admit it, but we do have to eventually replace them three. So if you're going to do it, you don't want to wait until they're worth nothing. It just doesn't make commercial sense. It doesn't make financial sense. If somebody comes in now with a £20 million bid for Firmino at the age of 30, 25 million in add-ons, then you take it. Because at the end of the day, next season you've got Salah, Mane, Jota, Diaz, and if you get Dybala, that's 5 strikers, and that's all you need, because I think that would be great, and I think that's what we should do. Paulo Dybala's only 28 years old, so if it was me, I would just get Jude Bellingham, because he could be our long-term centre midfielder. You're literally buying 12, 14 years of a central midfielder, and Dortmund will sell him. They sold Sancho for 70 million, so if we get him for 6 there, bang on. Because then what you do is you sell Nat Phillips for 15 million, you sell Origi's going on a free, sorry about that, but you sell Who else could we get rid of? Probably Oxlade-Chamberlain for 15 million. You'll probably get 20 million for Minamino, and that pays for Jude Bellingham. So for me, that's what I would do. I think we now we've brought Diaz in, all we need now is one more striker and one more central midfielder. That's it. I would definitely go for Bellingham and Dybala. So that answers that one. Evening, Glenn, mate. How are you? Ross Bellamy, I know what you're like, mate, and what's what I love about you, dude, is I know you'll keep fighting and doing your best. Proud of you, mate. What's your opinion on how well we'll do next few weeks with players coming back, more depth for rotation, etc.? Listen, Klopp is a genius. He knows what he's doing. I actually think, based on my lineup, the lineups he has put out in the League Cup shows you that he's certainly not going to take the FA Cup even weaker than the League Cup. If he wants to go all out to win the League Cup, I can guarantee you he'll want to go all out to win the FA Cup. Now, can you imagine if not only when we beat Cardiff on Sunday, because we're going to beat them, I'm 100% confident, and so we should be. We then go into the hat for the next round. If we can get another Anfield tie next round, we're going to be wandering towards the end of the month. We're going to be playing Premier League games, hopefully staying in the title race, keeping the pressure on Man City. And then all we've got to do is get ourselves into the next round. I mean, we could just go on this roll now, and we could just keep going. And if you can remember 2001, being as old as I am, that's what happened. We was on a roll. We won the League Cup, and then we got the little momentum going, and we then won the FA. Got to the FA Cup final, won the FA Cup. We then went on a run, and we got to the top four last game of the season against Charlton, and then we beat Alaves in the final and won the Europa League. I can see that happening again this season. I can see the momentum going on a roll. Diaz, I think, will hit the ground running, and I think that this Premier League will not be ready for him, because if you look at the performances against British clubs like he's done, my cousins that are Rangers fans raved about him. Man City, he destroyed them down that left wing, that goal he scored. I think we've got a real player there. So yeah, I think we're going to win a lot. Yeah, definitely. Next question. Mickey Stevens, would you give Millie a new contract or put him on the coaching staff? To me, Milner's a legend, right? He is a legend. I know people say the legend gets banded about too much. Any player you get on a free transfer that makes the commitment, the passion, the example, the minutes, the appearances, the goals, the assists and the medals, you're a legend, and that is James Milner. So for me, if he's quite happy to do the same again, give him another year, yeah. But he wants to do his coaching badges, but he's not ready to stop playing yet. He will play till he's 40, I think. I think he's just one of them. He's a Zlatan. He keeps himself so fit. So to me, I reckon he'll probably go back to Leeds. Mind you, Leeds play that hectic pace. I don't know whether he'll be able to cope with that. It'll probably go to somebody like, I don't know, somebody coming up like a West Brom or, someone like Fulham. I reckon he'd do a great job at Fulham for a year. But to me, the ideal thing for me would be for him to sign a player coaching role where he starts, shadowing Klopp and he starts shadowing Pep Linders. Because if he wants a coaching role, then let's not forget that FSG and Brendan Rodgers never even offered Steven Gerrard one, which is still to this day criminal that they never offered Steven Gerrard. If you read Steven Gerrard's book, he actually said he was waiting on them to come back with a counter offer of player coach, and Brendan and his big fucking ego won't do it, and that still winds me up every time I look at Brendan. I still blame him for Gerrard leaving, and I always will, putting him on the bench against Real Madrid, but that's another subject. Jordan Craigs, yeah, I messed that question up, and I agree 1000% with you, although I can't see Bobby go with Uber going there. Yeah, I think what it is I know Uber's gone there, but you've got to remember they've still got Dembele on the wage bill, mate. So if they get Dembele, who will go in off on a free in the summer, then let's not forget that Barcelona play in front of a crowd of 98,000. So let's not forget they make incredible amounts of money per game. And then if they go on a run, when they get the league money, you've got to remember by the end of the season they'll have, competition money, finishing the Spanish League money, Champions League money. They'll have Dembele off the wage bill. If Barcelona will find a way. I've heard they've got new loans off major businesses that are now, giving them a tariff. So, hey, listen, they could put their stadium on capital and get $1 billion. It's just the way it is. So Barcelona, do not doubt it for 1 minute. If they wanted Bobby, they could get him. I don't, if he doesn't go in the summer, I'll be buzzing because I love Bobby and I always have done. But I keep saying the same thing. Go back to Ferguson's years at Manchester United. when he had Dwight York and he had Andy Cole, he replaced them with Van Persie and and Rooney. And then when he lost Rooney and Van Persie, he replaced Van Nistelrooy. And the list goes on. You have to keep replacing the players for the players. For top players for top players, and that's what we have to do. We can't have sentiment anymore. They've been here, they've won everything, and then there comes a time when they move on. Steven Gerrard had to move on. Everybody has to move on at some point. Apart from freaks, and I mean this in a good way, like your Ronaldos and your Mo Salahs, because Mo Salah is just off the scale, which is why FSG, I think, would need to take Firmino out of the way in terms of his wages and a fee to cover the cost of the bump in wages, which goes against every principle they have got. Let's not forget, I keep saying to people about the Moneyball thing that they do, what they believe in. They don't spend the same as Man City and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I think they can make an exception, because if they're trying to run the business at the most financialist powerful way possible, then they need to be winning the best trophies to earn the best money. And if you're going to win the best trophies, you need the best players. It's as simple as that. Right, let me just go see if there's any more questions. Mickey Stevens, I can see Bobby going back to Brazil and resettle with his family. Probably in a few years, Mickey. It's a bit early for that. He's only just turned 30 years old. So I still think, because he's never been quick, Bobby. Never. So I don't think that he really needs to go back to Brazil till he's about 35. So he's probably got one more big contract left in him. Now, I today, and everybody's going mad about it, and all it was this piece on 442, which is a really good article. If you read about it, what people do is they see the headline and they panic, right? It said does Diaz mean Mane exit? But if you actually read the article rather than the actual clickbait title, it actually explains it in a really good way. All people are talking about at the moment is Mohamed Salah. But Sadio Mane has exactly the same amount of time left on his contract. Why is there no big campaign for Sadio Mane? Can you imagine how Sadio Mane feels when there's a big campaign for Mo to get a new deal, but not him? They both run out at the same time. But the thing is, what you got to remember is, what that article said is true. Nobody was talking about Diaz replacing Mane now. They was talking about if FSG just let Mane's contract run out in 18 months, he'll be 32 years old. Do you want Mane to still be here at 32? He won't be. 2 years is a long time in football. 2 years. People keep forgetting that. 18 months to 2 years, anything could happen. What happens if, God forbid, one of them gets a bad injury, and then you're stuck to a 60, 70 million pound contract? To me, I do agree with some clubs that do this. Once you get past 30, in my opinion, there should be something in your contract that it's rolling every year. All right, we'll give you 5. But if you don't hit this amount of appearances, or you don't score this amount of goals minimum, so say you could say to Salah, right, you've got to get 15 a season, you've got to play at least 20 games a season, but he's never injured. But you get what I mean? If that doesn't happen, then we have the ability to reduce your contract from 5 to 3 years, something like that. Because to me, you don't want an Aubameyang situation happening. And people say, how can you compare Aubameyang? People forget how many goals Aubameyang actually scored for Arsenal. People forget that. They talk about him like he's a joke. He scored 1 and 2. So it is what it is. And yeah, like I say, it's just one of them. Salah's contract and Mane's contract are identical, but it's a campaign for Salah and not Mane. I know he scores more goals, but the fact is 18 months is still a long time. Could we talk about it in the summer? Yeah, I've said this all my videos. Mo Salah will sign in the summer, and I think that Mane will be the second to go, and I think Firmino will be the first. Next question. Evening, Stephen. I honestly believe there's something in Salah's contract that says if we win a major trophy, then he gets his wage increased. God knows why, but it's just a feeling. Could be. I actually do believe that every time Jurgen Klopp speaks, and he keeps saying the talks are going fine, just relax, everything's cool. And I think it's FSG has said to Salah, okay, that's your contract, you want it. Okay, finish this season on fire like you are now, and in the summer, if you are still... No, this would have probably been happening before we turned the year into 222. Keep doing what you have done in 221, going into 222. If you are still hitting the numbers that you are, By the end of the season, we will reward you with this contract. So if you keep hitting these numbers, and if we win the league, I agree with you, if we win the league or the European Cup, we will give you this contract. Because maybe then FSG is saying, okay, if we go and win the European Cup or we go and win the Premier League, then that covers for Salah's contract anyway, most of the takings and income and prize money. So that is, a good point. Next one, Mickey Stevens. What about Joe Gomez? How long will it be willing to sit in the background with a little game time? I was actually surprised that he didn't go. In the window, because he needs to play football. I mean, he has to play Sunday at some point. I mean, I'm thinking he might play right back Sunday, based on the fact that Nico Williams has gone on loan to Fulham. So Milner right back, Kanate, Van Dijk, and then a left back Costas. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, any more questions? Any more questions out? Anyone? I've been on how long now? Just wait to see if there's any more questions coming through. Thanks to everyone that's asked the question as well. Yeah, 20 minutes. So I'll give it another 2 minutes, 1 minute, and if there's no more questions, I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee. But like I say, we'll be doing this every week, so we'll do it on a Friday, so you can ask me all your questions going into the weekend. But yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. It looks like there's no more questions coming through, but I've really enjoyed that 20 minutes, and it's great to talk about football. I'll see you all over the weekend. You'll never walk alone.